So this is the new AirPods Pro, Apple's latest tech goodie. If you happen to pick one of these up, you'll notice on the side a little sticker that says compatible with iOS device, iPad device, Apple Watch, or Mac with the latest software. But I have a feeling that's not all they support. Hey guys, I'm Titus, we talk tech around here, and today we're taking a look at the new AirPods Pro, but for those of us that bleed green. In the box, you'll find two sets of alternative ear tips, some documentation, and a charging cable. Fortunately, the cable is a Lightning to USB-C, which if you're an Android user, you probably have a USB-C brick lying around somewhere. But the design of these are just kind of immaculate. They're not all that different from original AirPods. They're the typical ultra white Apple look with the glossy finish. But when you haven't messed with AirPods in a while, they just simply look perfect in terms of build quality. Every line and angle just seems intentional. Apple definitely knows how to put together a compelling package. When I first went to connect my new AirPods Pro, I saw them listed on my phone and I clicked connect, and then I was greeted by a friendly message that said my device was rejected by the AirPods Pro. My jaw literally hit the floor when I saw this. Like, hold up, this is like a new level of Apple bigotry. I just tried again, and I don't know what happened the first time, but they immediately connected the second time. And surprisingly, AirPods are actually incredibly easy to set up on your Android phone. Right from the box, you can open up the AirPod case, and you'll see an option for your new AirPods Pro in the Bluetooth menu on your phone. Apple claims the battery life is around 4.5 to 5 hours, depending on some settings, and in my testing, that seems about right. But I definitely didn't do a scientific test here. The battery life on AirPods has gotten so good that it's just, it's hard to test, honestly. Call me weird, but I don't have 4.5 hours of uninterrupted testing time to try this out. I'll just say that the battery life is really good in my experience. So far, it's been very rare that they've died on me before I had a chance to put them back in their case. What's great though is even though Apple would love for you to buy an iPhone to partner with your brand new AirPods Pro, you definitely don't have to. The AirPods Pro nearly work flawlessly with Android. Nearly. The touch features work just like they do on iPhone. A single tap will pause, play, answer, or hang up a call. A double tap will skip to the next track, and a triple tap will go back a track. And finally, the most interesting one, holding them down will switch on or off the noise cancellation feature. Now I said nearly perfect because there are some things missing that I'll talk about in just a little bit. But I want to note here, if you want to switch the default settings and like change what the double tap does, for instance, you can't really change too many defaults on these. Although I don't have an iPhone, I do have a MacBook, and I was able to switch some settings, but not a lot of them. I could change like the audio pass-through settings, but not like the play, pause, answer call, hang up, anything like that. The newest feature on the AirPods is the noise cancellation, and I love this feature. It's kind of crazy when you first put them in, because once I placed them in my ears, all I could hear was nothing. Literally nothing. I was in a quiet room, but when I placed them on my ears, it cut out even like the white noise in the room. Noises I didn't even realize I was hearing. It's like it's giving you a perfect white canvas to listen from. Another time when I put them in, I had the air conditioner running, and literally when I popped them in, I thought the air conditioning cut off. Literally cut off when I placed them in. It was weird. But then later I took them out and I was like, oh, the air conditioning is running, and it seems like it's been running this whole time. Huh. The AirPods Pro aren't perfect though, because it doesn't completely remove background noise. At least when it's like a pretty good amount of background noise it's trying to eliminate. You can still hear parts of the noises in the background. It seems like some of the high frequencies might make it through. But even more impressive to me is the comfort that these provide. I like to be comfy, and the comfort on these is just incredible. I didn't think it was possible to make something as comfortable as the classic AirPods while it's safely sealing into your ears. Compared to the original AirPods, these, at least to my ears, feel like they're much less likely to fall out of my ears while I'm working out or being active. And pretty cool, according to Apple, they even have some magic way of decreasing the pressure that it's putting on your eardrums, which is pretty wild. That may just be me though, because I handed these AirPods Pro to some people that religiously use the regular AirPods, and they thought the normal AirPods were a little more comfortable. In any case, I think you'll be happy with these. Finally, let's talk sound. I'm just gonna say it. These are the best sounding Bluetooth earbuds I have ever listened to. Now, it is probably worth noting that there are several high-end Bluetooth earbuds I haven't listened to, like the Beats X, for instance, or the Sony ones that have the crazy name. But I would just describe the sound as quality. It's just a really nice, balanced sound. It's not too heavy on the bass, but it's just right. But here's the thing though. Even though I'd say that they're the best, I don't think they necessarily blow away the competition. Even when you compare them to regular AirPods, at least when it comes to the sound, it's a pretty mild difference. Out of curiosity, I had two friends of mine that are avid AirPods users, and neither of them could tell the difference between the regular AirPods or the Pro. I can hear that mild difference, but that was after a solid 30 minutes of going back and forth. It's just a really great sound quality, but there are a lot of great quality sounding earbuds out there, and there's a lot that are a whole lot cheaper. Just saying. The call quality when you're taking phone calls is great too. People hear me, and I've gotten no complaints so far when I've used them. But what's not perfect when it comes to Android with the AirPods Pro? Well, for one, pulling them out of your ears doesn't pause, and placing them back in doesn't play whenever you're listening to music. I get it, that's a bummer, and I think that might be a deal breaker for some. But they make it so easy with a normal single tap to pause and play that it really isn't that much of an extra burden. Also, you may have heard about Apple putting a sound test in to determine whether you're wearing the right sized earbuds. That's cool and everything, but you need an iPhone for this. On Android, there is no way to access that test, but let's be honest here, that's a gimmick. Come on, seriously, you can figure that out for yourself. It's not hard, just try different ones and see which ones feel right and feel the most snug. You don't need that Apple magic. And this last one might seem obvious, but you can't access Siri with the AirPods Pro, or any voice assistant for that matter, when you're connecting them to Android. Personally, I don't care about this. I'm not really big on voice assistants in headphones, but I understand that might be a deal breaker for some. Also, you can't monitor the battery life of the AirPods on your Android phone, at least not by default. There are some third-party apps in the Google Play Store that have ads associated with them and some pretty low ratings. If you really need that feature, then those apps can show you the battery life of your AirPods. So, can I recommend the AirPods Pro for Android? If you can stomach that $250 price point and the fact that you're missing some non-essential features, then yeah, at this point I have not used wireless earbuds that I like better than AirPods Pro. They are convenient, insanely comfortable, and the noise cancellation feature is just fantastic. And they work surprisingly well on Android. Yeah, I really like these, but don't get me wrong, if I didn't have a YouTube check channel, there is no way that I could justify spending that much on those. But I guess that's something that you'll have to decide for yourself. If you can't stomach the price, but you're interested in the classic AirPods 2 for Android, then I also did a video a while back, and you can find it right here, I think. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know what you thought of the video with a like or a dislike, and subscribe because I got more tech content coming up very soon, including I'm gonna be checking out the Echo Buds by Amazon. This is clearly earbuds that are quite a bit cheaper than AirPods, and they seem to be being marketed as kind of direct competitors, and it's a really interesting little competition they have. And they also have noise cancellation, which is a great feature for earbuds. Thanks again, and I guess I'll see you next time.